What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we'll be taking a look at another elite weapon within Advanced Warfare. This is the HBRa3 Insanity, probably one of the most famous weapons in the game and definitely one of the most sought after ones. And as always, if you want to see more of these elite weapons or overviews, you can check the players in the description, and there's a bunch more videos just like this one. But today we're going to look at the HBRa3 Insanity, and just like its name, this weapon is actually insane. Let's take a look at its stats, and you can see them on screen right here. It's got +1 for damage and +2 for fire rate, and then the negatives, it's got -1 for handling, which is the hip fire spread, and it's also its negative is that you cannot use any optical attachments on this, so no red dot sights, no ACOGs, no variable zoom, no thermals, nothing like that. You have to use this weapon's iron sights, which is another drawback to this weapon, in addition to the -1 in handling. So let's talk about the damage. It is +1, so it isn't a huge amount, and you're probably wondering, does it actually affect the weapon? Are you going to notice it? And truth be told, it probably isn't going to be all that noticeable, to be honest. It's at its furthest range is where you might notice it, and because the closest range is a 3-shot kill, and the medium is a 4-shot kill, and its furthest range is a 5-shot kill. Well, the Insanity with its +1 damage, it means at its furthest range, instead of a 5-shot kill, it's a 4-shot kill. So you might notice it, but generally I don't really engage in gunfights that are that far away. The HBR, in my opinion, especially the Insanity with its fire rate, is more of a close range weapon, so I don't really use it at these really long ranges, but it is definitely a good thing. It's obviously a plus to have it just in case you need to engage someone that's further away. It's not going to take 5 bullets, it's going to take 4 instead, and that's definitely a good thing. And it's also got that +2 in fire rate. This is definitely where it gets its name, the Insanity, because it shoots so quickly, and it's definitely good for close ranges. And the gameplay you see in the background is me using this weapon for the first time I ever used the Insanity, and I just had so much fun using it. I did not expect to like it as much as I did, but it was just so amazing, and mostly because I had at close range engagements, the fire rate really shone through, and I was able to just absolutely destroy people at close ranges because it shoots out those bullets so quickly. If you don't know the HP Insanity, the first 3 rounds in its burst actually fire out faster, so if you kind of burst fire the thing and make sure that all your first shots are on target, instead of kind of like shooting and then going on target, if you make sure you start shooting when you're already on target, you'll definitely see the payoff, because you'll start destroying people, you'll get really quick kills, and you'll literally start melting people. It's such a good weapon in that sense. And with the actual +2 in fire rate, the initial burst fire is actually 1000 RPM, so this thing has a fire rate of 1000, which is insane for an assault rifle, and it's definitely to be used properly. Make sure those first few bullets are on target, because they will absolutely destroy people, and it's definitely a good plus to the weapon. Now the minus is the handling. That's definitely quite a bad thing. That has a little bit of wider hip fire spread, but honestly you probably won't notice it. The amount it actually affects hip fire spread is minuscule, so I really won't worry about that. I'd say it's definitely one of the best negatives you can have, minus in handling or mobility, and it's definitely a very good thing. And it also has the minus in there that you can't use any optical attachments. I do find this is quite a downside, and obviously a weapon this good, it has to have downsides, because it has such a great fire rate and such good damage. It needs to be down in some way, and the fact that you have to use the iron sights is quite a penalty. I find the HBR iron sights are probably the worst out of all the assault rifles. They're very hard to use, and they just take up quite a lot of the screen. I've always gone for a red dot sight on all of my HBRs, but obviously this you can't, so it's definitely something you have to deal with. And like I said, it makes it even more of a close range weapon, because without the red dot sight, without kind of precise reticle, you can't really aim at long range targets. So this is definitely, in my opinion, one of the best close range weapons in the game, probably better than the barrel even in close quarters situations, especially after you got the buff. It's got a little bit less recoil, so in my opinion, HBR Insanity is an amazing weapon. I absolutely love it, and definitely it would be my go-to weapon if I was to use the HBRa3. But let me know your thoughts on this Insanity in the comment section. I'm sure a ton of you guys have had this weapon. Let me know if you like it, if you don't like it, or if you're trying to get this yourself at those supply drops. I know it's one of the most requested weapons in the game without a doubt, and it's just a very cool weapon indeed. So hopefully you enjoyed this video and a look at the Insanity. If you did enjoy the video, give it a like rating. If you want to see more of these type of videos looking at elite weapons, the playlist down in the description for you to check out. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys later.